Zoom recording. It always pops up. It will in just a second. Let me, got that ready. Okay. So our on-time drawing winner tonight is here, Zoom recording. It always pops up. There it went. Okay. All right. So she is, drum roll, Vicky. Yay! Congratulations, Vicky. And of course, our secret sister will choose the most slamming Mary Kay image to represent the #1 brand in the world of skincare and color, and that's us. So yay, we get to strive to look the part, don't we, girls? And we get to practice that on Mondays. So to unlock our meeting, who has something they want to share that was an emotional hurdle that you went over, you turned under, around, or through? You were a find a way, make a way girl. It could be a process, it could be a thought, it could have been anything that you had to undo and work through to make it a better situation. Anybody has something to share about that? I'm sure you do. Vicky, I think did you put that on your sheet? Yeah, you told me there was somebody that really
When
intimidated
I'm,
you, right?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Well, tell them what you told
yeah.
yourself.
Well, I mean, we went to high school, we went to junior high, grammar school, high school, and I was always pretty intimidated by her. And I put it on my Facebook page, that I needed some faces, and she messaged me and said that she would do one, like she would do a facial with me. So I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I've always been intimidated by her, but I just told myself we were both created equally. I mean, we both put our pants on the same way, and I was going to go out there and do just the best job I could do. And she bought the Time Wise repair set. So she just kept telling me, "Oh yeah, you're doing so good," and I want my face to look like your face is looking, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, great." So
So what'd you learn from that situation? You were nervous, fearful, but look what came, and what did you discover?
well, I've just got to stop talking to myself in a negative way. I've got to stop letting people intimidate me and just do the best job I can do and try to help them.
That's awesome, Vicky. She's got her pom poms. I was
I was
just
going to get them.
pom poms. We need pom poms tonight. They make us feel better. I love it. When we get some more red jackets in here, which by the way, Lynn, where's your red jacket, sister? She's back in red. Um, so Vicky, that's great. I love how you said I had to stop talking to myself like that. Because, I actually was going to share mine and it's the same kind of theme. Okay, so y'all know that I am still in the throes of trying to figure out how to get back to my groove. Okay, so we've been doing all these challenges and I want y'all to know I've been working with y'all. Okay, but at a pace that is potentially embarrassingly slow. And Nikki knows what my day looks like even just today. So I missed an appointment this afternoon because I had 73 things I was doing at the same time, including planning meeting. But I did a bubble sheet. Okay. I wrote my names. I've not finished it on my bubble sheet. I have accomplished one row of contacting people, friends. Okay. One row and maybe one more. So I think probably around 10 people that I've contacted about doing either packets or facials. Okay. So I was in the same boat as Vicky. Okay. These are the people that I got through. And do you see out of 10 people, I've already had 4 yeses. And each of those yeses is, let's see, 2, 5, 8. Yeah, this is about 10 people just from this, and I haven't even asked them to make it a party because these are packets of samples for moms and daughters. That's what I feel like I can do right now. One of them is in person and the other are just packets. But I found myself on this last one right here telling myself all kinds of things, Vicki. I was telling myself that they just didn't want Mary Kay. She was kind of funny to me the last time I mentioned it to her. And like I had already ordered her daughter foundation, and then she said she didn't need it anymore or something like that. And so I was nervous to ask her because I was like, am I being pushy? She got back to me last night with the sweetest message. They've been on vacation. And that's why she hadn't responded. Hey, I'll be back in town on Friday. The girls both said yes and would love to do it. And so now it'll be 3 more faces. But in my brain, I had convinced myself of all kinds of things. Why do we do that? We've got to start defaulting to the positive. I'm sure she's just on a trip or, all those things. So I'm with you, Vicki. 15 years in Mary Kay. I know you saw that, and I am still working through it. I just want you to know.
Yay! We're working through it. Woo! We're rising up. Hey, y'all, and last week I did 4 appointments in 2 days. Y'all know last Monday I did that 9 o'clock facial. I did 11 o'clock double facial. All these girls were like 20s and 30s or early 40s. Didn't buy much. It was just bleh. Then Tuesday I did, I went to Kingston. Where'd I go Tuesday? Anyway, the party Tuesday night was like $800. And these were women in their 50s and 60s that were buying miracle sets, repair sets, supplements, microderm, peel. I got parties, so I am focusing on pampering all ages, but it's true, as we heard, 70% of the wealthiest people in America are 55 and older, and they got money to spend. So, who did I do earlier that day? I did somebody else. Where is my brain? It's on my notebook in there. But anyway, that appointment wasn't as good. So it was decent, but I can't even remember. But the party was great. And and I got bookings and they're watching videos and I'm following up. So it was cool. Anybody else have, because after a poopy thing, something good's coming around the corner. It is. Just know it. But if you don't quit and give up, you'll see it. But if you quit and give up, you won't see the good thing around the corner. Okay? Anybody else?
Well, I'm gonna let me tell you about my week. I had a double facial that I sent samples to in North Carolina, and this is my youngest sister's soon-to-be daughter-in-law and her mom. And so I double facialed them. This is my first virtual party ever. Okay, it was a 0. But after I got off of the phone, I was like, and what was really weird is the mom was kind of like, okay, we got to go. We've got to go kind of thing. And so, but I didn't sell anything. It was just kind of weird. And I was like, I know for a fact Cheyenne wanted the set. I could tell just by talking. Well, then I got, after we got off, I was like, I did not close. Y'all, I did not close the double facial. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't do the whole thing. I didn't go through the whole spiel or anything at the end. And so I was like, well, that was my own fault right there. I didn't close the party. But I talked with Cheyenne the next day and she is ready to buy, although she hasn't done it yet. But she is wanting to get the course, the basic set, the whole thing for herself. And so hopefully just following up, hopefully I'll have a sale from that. So, and then today, after my peritoneal surgery with my mouth all swollen and everything, I talked to Tori, my dental hygienist who did this. And she and her mom used to wear Mary Kay. They used to buy it a long time ago. So I will be following up with her next week. I think I go back in a week to have her check all of this stuff. And so anyway, so I'll be following up with her, but I gave her samples in a book to take home to her and her mom. And she is a soon-to-be bride. So I hope to get a party from that with all of her bridesmaids. So
Wow, that sounds like a find a way, make a way, show up at a meeting with your face swollen. I know Vicky had a situation like that last week, and y'all just are impressing me by just showing up, first of all. And Lynn, let me just tell y'all something. You know, last week when we talked about turning your bookings into parties, do you know why I learned to turn my facials into parties? Because I hated doing double facials. I can do a single facial all day long. I can do a party with my eyes closed. A double facial shuts me down like nothing else because it's like not private enough to really close, and it's not enough people to do a party close. So it's kind of like crickets who wants to get something, and then if one person does and one person doesn't, it's so awkward. It's hard to get bookings. So yes, Nikki is agreeing too. So Lynn, let this be a sign unto you to make it into a party, because it's just one more. I learned that that was so painful. I would incentivize the heck out of it so I could get more than 2 people there.
Yeah, wow. And I'm proud of you, Lynn, for being on here. And Laura, she's got a bad headache, but she's on. Mary's taking care of her husband and feeding him. She helps a lot of things with him, and she's suiting up and showing up. And we're all going through things. And, you know, you'll get doubly more blessed by being on. And that's the key to success, is just showing up for so many things. So kudos to you. And Lynn, I know, and hey guys, I've had the same situation happen with Lynn before, like Lynn did. You know, feel free to call the next day, and you know, I know you're going to be following up, and you can still close. Sometimes if you forget, it's okay, because you can have all your cheat notes in front of you and you can read your notes while you're on the phone. They don't know. You
Yeah,
know?
and sometimes they don't, sometimes it's actually like a helpful thing that, I just wanted to follow up with you guys today because I didn't want you to feel any pressure at all yesterday. I know you had to go, but I just wanted, some people are not aware of like how the sets come and how to access the product. I love that phrase. I learned that from Amy Marks, access the product instead of, make a purchase or sign up as a consultant. It's how do you want to access the product? And I loved that. So I don't think it's weird at all. And sometimes it may be a better sale when you can take it, outside of that pressure now that she's had time to think about it. But also, cosmetics are an impulse buy. So don't sit on it too long. Because she'll decide, oh, I do need to take care of my skin and pick up the first thing on the shelf at the store. So do follow up quickly, but it may be a good thing.
Yeah. And I've always heard too, every day that goes by after a party or any type of product encounter, the excitement and the enthusiasm goes down about 10-ish or 20% every single day. That's not always the case, but sometimes it is. So I'm excited for you, Lynn, on your follow-up, and we're going to pray, and then we're going to talk about the big C word today. Okay. And I'm praying God will give you the big C word. Okay. More of it. So, Heavenly Father, God, thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for letting us all gather here together to learn and grow and be the best version of ourselves for you, Lord, as we serve you and serve people through the vehicle of Mary Kay. Thank you that we have this growth company to be a part of, and that it builds our confidence. And we know our confidence, importantly, comes from you, and you shine your light through us and help us to remember that. And we pray, Lord, specifically for Sharon's grandson, for his safety, that you will just protect his mind, his heart, and be with him every moment of every day, and that something good will come from this situation. And just we pray for his protection, that your angels will be surrounded around him. And we pray, God, for all those that are dealing with health challenges right now, that their body will line up with your word, and that you will just give them peace and comfort and strength and hope and renewal and restoration for these women. Debbie Cross, as she's going through her cancer, and Deborah McMillan, Renee Meeks, and Deanna Beam, Samantha Neal. And we pray, God, for Miss Ann in our unit. Her brother passed away this past week, and we pray for her. And her mom died not too long ago, too. And we just pray that you just wrap your loving arms around her. Through what all she's been through in her life, and that you will just give her the strength each and every day. And we love you, and we pray all this in your precious name, Jesus. Amen. All right, Jess, over to you. What's the C word about tonight?
Okay, so our C word tonight is confidence. Okay. So while we were talking about when Nikki started talking about this C word, and then we started praying, and she was talking about, our confidence comes from the Lord, I was reminded of David going up against Goliath. He didn't do that because he thought he had some kind of supernatural, strength, or was, God's gift to being a warrior, but he knew that what he didn't have, God did. And he knew that he would fill him with what he needed to accomplish his purposes. So I just wanted to kind of orient us there. When you hear the word confidence, some of us think of our kind of lack of confidence, like, what am I not confident enough to do? Vicki and I both talked about it. Like, we each feel more confident in different situations. Actually, yesterday, in detailing some of the things I've done in the last 15 years, there's some areas that I feel more confident in. I can speak in front of a group of people. I can sing in front of a group of people, lead worship, whatever. Today, I stopped by my husband's gym just to see where he works out. He's been working out there for maybe, I don't know, 2 years, 18 months, and I have not been there. It's kind of his thing. I was pregnant, whatever. Well, I just wanted to see what he did, and I was making some product deliveries and going to the post office, so I stopped by. Y'all, I set foot in the gym, and I was like, gulp, double gulp. It is not my place where I feel confident. And so it just reminded me, like, sometimes our environment, like, if we're unfamiliar with something, why would we expect to be confident in it? Right? And so there are things that we have to do to get more confidence, and action conquers fear. And that's what we're doing. We're becoming more confident. So next time Vicki encounters, that's why we're opening our meetings with these emotional hurdles, because you're reminding yourself what you overcame. Sometimes the hurdle is just showing up, right? And that's a great thing. So I asked for one of my consultants, Candace, to share about confidence. And Nikki, you have her recording of her Voxer that you
I
could pull up
do.
for us.
Yep.
And so the reason I chose Candace, and you'll hear her talk about this, but Candace and I have known each other for over 10 years. We met in a mom's group similar to MOPS at our church when our kids were young, and we were both figuring out what motherhood looked like. We had lots of discussions about how, we didn't feel super confident in some of our parenting choices, and we were, connecting in that. And then fast forward to her joining Mary Kay a year and some change ago. And this woman is an entirely different person than the person I knew when I met her 10 years ago, 12 years ago, to even a year ago when she started Mary Kay. And Linda Tupin, who's a national sales director, said, I don't care if you come into Mary Kay and earn a car in 2 weeks or whatever, but if you just get a Mary Kay starter kit and you show up to everything for a year, your confidence in a year will be totally different, regardless of your Mary Kay success, because of who you're surrounding yourself with, coming to the meetings, pouring into yourself. And so I chose Candace to share because she is somebody that, y'all, I have seen her grow so much in her confidence. She was nervous to start her business for literally over 10 years, finally started. And guess who from my unit is going to seminar by herself this year? Candace. I am so proud of her. So I wanted her to share about confidence. So Nikki, do you want to cue up that
I
message?
do. I've got it up here where it'll come across better. Here we go.
So take some notes.
Ladies, I am sorry that I am unable to be with you tonight. I know a couple weeks ago we worked on our bubble sheet and I started booking facials, and tonight was one that I had to do. So I'm going to be a little late to the meeting. I'm going to have to watch the replay. But Jessica reached out to me earlier and asked if I would talk about confidence. And I think it's kind of funny because I actually feel like I feel less confident now than I ever have. But I think the Lord is using some things in my life to bring me back to a place where I am starting to feel confident in certain things again. And I asked her some questions, and she kind of pointed out some things that she saw, and I started to see how the Lord is using these things. And one of the things she said was braces as an adult. And I thought, well, I've seen people like that, but I do think back how as I was younger, a dentist told me that I would be losing my baby teeth in college and I would have to have some pulled. Well, I just got busy and didn't think about it. And my teeth started coming in really wonky. And it got to where I no longer smiled, showing my teeth in pictures. I would always just do a little smile because I felt like they were poking out. When I went to restaurants, I would always have to sit a certain way so that when people looked at me, they wouldn't see my teeth sticking out a certain way. And I was always very self-conscious about that. And getting braces was just one of my goals. Financially, my parents couldn't afford it. And so we worked to save up so that we could afford it for myself. And it has made a big difference because even though I went through a period of feeling awkward as an adult with braces, now I walk up to a booth at a restaurant and I start to question which side I need to sit on. And I'm like, you know what? I don't have to do that anymore. I can sit wherever I want. And when we take pictures, I am like, let's smile. And it has made me feel a lot better. I feel like I don't have to think about those things anymore. And it has brought a little bit of joy back into my life. And I have gone through certain experiences where I've been knocked down and things have not gone the way I had hoped or thought that they would be. Even after prayer with asking the Lord to guide me and where he would have me go, thinking that this is the direction he's having me go, and it not turning out. And it almost makes me feel like I've done something wrong or that I didn't do something right. It wasn't the right way. Maybe I misinterpreted something. But then you get back up and you do it again. And it comes down to, I like to do a lot of research and learn a little bit about what I'm walking into. And this has been part of my Mary Kay journey of being unsure. I am in a zone of uncomfortableness because I've never been here before. And what has helped me at this point is even the career conference that we went to, when they talked about you feel the fear and do it anyway. I guess I just thought there was something wrong with feeling fear. And that maybe that wasn't the direction that you go when you start feeling that. Like way that you're supposed to turn around. But the Lord has shown me that I need to push through those things. And it's actually been very good on the other side. As we, a lot of my self-doubt was just being unsure. And as I've pushed through and made myself do it anyway, the Lord's brought a lot of confidence. And now I'm more confident as I'm reaching out to people. I wish I would have had someone teach me skincare at a young age. I remember a girl asking me if I had chicken pox and it was a pimple on my face. And I wish I would have known how to take proper care of my face. So that is one of the things that has helped me when I found purpose in being able to share those things. And what I want to do with my Mary Kay business is help women find confidence, whether that's just teaching them skincare, whether that's in the business portion of, helping women, grow in career development or whatever that may be for them. That's how I feel about confidence. And I hope this is all making sense. But I do feel like the Lord has brought me full circle where I am gaining confidence. And it has been through pushing through and doing it that has allowed me to gain confidence through attending our meetings, going through MK Confident and learning what I can and then imparting that to others. And I do thank the Lord for the things he's done in my life to lead me back to gaining more confidence when I actually lost some. And he's been able to do that a lot through Mary Kay. So thank you, ladies, and I hope you have a good evening. Good evening, ladies.
Okay. Oops, let me stop this a second. Okay. Great job, Candace. I love that.
Fabulous. I'm so proud of her. And I told her too that she has led me in ways that were not Mary Kay. And I always feel like those are the best kind of friendships where you both feel like you're benefiting from it. And we definitely have done that. When I was struggling with knowing whether or not I could go through an unmedicated childbirth after having 3 traumatic deliveries, Candace invited me to the hospital to come and meet her 10-pound baby boy that she delivered at the same hospital. We were due within a couple weeks of each other. And I went and held her 10-pound baby that she had delivered med-free at our hospital. And wouldn't you know, that gave me the confidence to do that later. So I love that I've helped Candace develop some confidence. She's helped me develop some confidence and how God placed us each in each other's lives so that we can develop that. And I loved what she said, that it's been attending events, attending meetings. I love that the Mary Kay training is now called MK Confident. Isn't that interesting? So if you're wondering why you're not confident, figure out what it is making you feel funny and go do it. How could I get more comfortable going to the gym on my own?
Going and doing it.
And hiring a trainer, maybe. Leroy, that's what he said to me. He was like, well, I wasn't comfortable yet either, but I've been working out here with a trainer for XYZ time. So now he feels confident going in there on his own and knowing what to do. And that's what you guys are doing. You're showing up to work with a trainer so that you know what to do and continue to be successful. So, all right, Nikki, you want to take it on over to some
Yeah, we'll do
recognition?
a little bit of reco and then we're going to carry on with our fun theme we've got tonight. Did y'all see we got this for the 2nd year in a row? Isn't this awesome? 2 years in a
Mary
row,
Kay.
y'all. Woo! So absolutely. And I want you all to know that, yes, you might have seen where other cosmetic companies closed their doors or whatever, changed, but not us, because guys, we're not multi-level marketing. Let me just say that we are true direct sales. We're family owned and operated. Mary Kay's 100% debt free. So I don't know if you saw on Facebook, but there were some other companies recently, Rodan and Fields and Saint and Beauty Counter, because their structure is so different from Mary Kay. We are in great hands. So I just want y'all to know that and be proud about that. Okay, so thank y'all for being consistent, and we're so proud of y'all, and we're excited about you guys earning your elephant charm for the month of July. Some of you guys will be earning that charm tonight, and we do have a meeting next Monday too. So get excited, and congrats to those that did that are on target, 350 by the 15th. And Sharon and I have both earned our puffer purse. It is so cute, you guys. Love it. Let me show you the inside of it real quick. And has anybody else earned theirs yet? It has these cute summer stripes, and you can make the strap short, or you can make it long, either way. But this will be so cute to take to seminar or any place, Dollywood, ball games, whatever. It's just so cute. I love it. It's one of our better prizes, in my opinion, something different. So way to go, Sharon, for completing that and being on target for Mary Kay's custom calendar for next year. So that is awesome. And you guys, if you know, 700 wholesale, let me just tell you, you are almost on target for the Princess Court of Sales. 850 is, you'll be in the Princess Court of Sales, 850 wholesale. But if you do 1650, you are solidly on target for the diamond ring. So, you know, this is your month where a lot of people sleep in slumber, but you can really get ahead. Okay. And guys, mark your calendar, October 4th, 5th, and 6th. Fall retreat. Now, if you cannot come to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, we're joining Holly Lowe because Alia was having her fall retreat during Emery's 13th birthday. So I messaged Holly and she said we're welcome to come, and it will be in Gatlinburg, October 4th, 5th, and 6th. And if you can't come to Gatlinburg, if you live far, far away, then I can try to find a fall retreat in your area to get plugged into. Okay. And this is your month, y'all, to get ahead, to being a star, completing your star. And I really feel like we're building momentum with all the parties or the faces we're seeing. I believe we're going to have more stars this quarter one, than last quarter one. I really do. And y'all, you can still go to seminar. You can register on site. So join the fun. We're leaving Wednesday morning. And thank you to Sharon and Stacy and Vicky for turning in their accomplishment sheet, and Vicky and Sharon for turning in their accountability form. Jess, what about you? I didn't get your numbers. Anybody you want to shout out for turning in their accomplishment sheet?
I have not gotten any emails, so I'll have to check after the meeting.
Okay, awesome. Okay. So bookings wise, I know Sharon turned in, she added 2. And so that is great. Anyway, so I think we did more, but some of y'all just aren't turning in your stuff. So we want to recognize you. So please turn in your numbers. But congrats to Vicky, who is our queen of sales at 627 last week. Vicky, how did you create that much in sales? What did you do? And I'm going to take you off. And then Christina is our queen of recruiting, and that's going to go into our training in just a minute. So Vicky, are you there? Yeah.
Yes, I just had a lot of people contact me, and I've never had a tear of not. A lot of people contacted me this week, and then I had a facial, so they turned in sizable order. So
Yeah. Congratulations. I'm so thrilled for you.
thank you.
Is that one of your
Thank
best weeks so far?
I think so.
Yeah, it's one of the
Yeah.
highest for sure.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I'm so proud of
Thank
you.
you.
And what are you using your profit for?
Just throwing it back into the business.
Are you building your inventory? You
Yeah,
are.
trying
Okay.
to build inventory and just
Okay. All right. Well, that's good too. To get to that level you want to be at. So way to go, Vicky. And then Christina got a new team member, and we're going to talk about that in our training in just a second. But let's not go into that part yet, Jess. But Christina, we're so thrilled for you. And how did you add this team member? Miss Queen of Sharing.
Well, honestly, working full circle, I felt like it fell in my lap a little bit because my goal this week was simply to facial women. I had done my chart here, and I've kind of had to wade through my marking process because I was like, okay, how do I like make this look better for me? But I had 4 faces. I ended up having 4 faces this past week. My original plan was 3, and I added 1, and just, I mean, just presenting all the facts, talking about the company, what we have to offer, what I love about it. I just, I
Yeah.
need to be better about that 3 feet rule. Like anybody just talking about it, and that opening about the companies that changed their pricing structure this week, that was a great window of opportunity to talk about, well, Mary Kay does this. So just doing what I'm supposed to do, booking, coaching, selling, and doing the 4 things.
Awesome. Awesome. Great job. We're thrilled for you that you're focusing on the full circle process because it does work when you work it that way. So we're so thrilled for you, and way to go for adding a new team member. I can't wait to see you as a new red jacket. It is coming. And I just feel like we have one of the strongest Julys ever because of our teams. And of course, we recognize the individual last week. Congrats, Stacy, for getting gold medal. And then you see Sharon and Ashley were silver, Christina and Vicky were bronze individual awards. And then our number 1 team last week was Team 3, Ashley, Christina, Safonda, and Vicky. And then silver was Team 2, third was bronze. Team 3. Or Team 1. Sorry. So anyway, I'm excited about this week, and we are going to have team captains this week. So you are going to be turning in your points to your team captain. And then she will tell us the total points that your team got. And this is going to create more community, more conversation, more relationship building. So we're excited about that. Okay. So we'll get started. And I don't know about y'all, but all my bookings are with this contest. I'm like having so much fun doing. This is how I'm booking. I really am. And then I am going to do an event, not this Tuesday, but next on YouTube. I'm going to do a Christmas in July beauty bingo, and you all are welcome to participate. So I would be looking up all the July birthdays on Facebook and in your customer group. And this could be more bookings for you before the end of the month to have people watch this. Okay. So let's see where we're at. Okay, we'll go back to that in just a minute. So Jess, you want to segue into our next part with Christina and what you've seen her do and how she is just following the steps and doing a great job.
Absolutely. And Nikki, did you want is it Vicky who's doing our facial peel commercial tonight?
Yes, I keep forgetting.
Do you want to go ahead and do that now or wait until after this segment so she can get ready?
All right, go Vicky. Just throw up and do it.
Faith and fear can occupy the same space, right? Okay. So I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about the facial peel tonight. This is one of my favorite products, and it's so easy to use. Mark and I have used this together. But what you want to do is you want to wash your face, get it dry, put a thin layer of this product on your face and work it in well. Leave it on for 10 minutes and then take a warm washcloth and take it off. So simple, and your face feels, in the words of our fearless leader, as smooth as the baby's bottom. So, but I mean, you see results right away, but then in 2 weeks, you really see some results, some brightening, and good product. Is that good enough?
Very good. Yes,
All
it's one
right.
of my favorites. Great job, Vicky. Y'all all need it. Y'all all need to use it. You can
Yes.
even put it on your feet to exfoliate. That's a way to do a waterless pedicure. If you want to exfoliate the feet, put the peel on for about 10 minutes and wipe it off. So there's a beauty hack too. So
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Vicky. Awesome. Okay, so I wanted to really affirm Christina this week because when I hear her say things like it fell in my lap, y'all, let me just tell you something. If you're doing a bubble sheet, ain't nothing falling in your lap. Okay. It means you gave some effort and the Lord blessed it. Okay. So receive that, Christina, that you put forth some effort. You faced your fear. And what I want to, whoops, drop my phone. I had to plug it in, so it's in a different place. What I really wanted to affirm about Christina is, y'all, let's back up to the beginning of this Pink Olympics, okay? And she was like, making a list of 50 people made me want to vomit, okay? Then the following week, doing a bubble sheet made me want to vomit, okay? But I did it anyway. And then the next week, she was calling to extend her bookings, right? And then that made her want to vomit too. But so there's been a lot of vomiting, but there's also been a lot of hurdles that have been crossed. Okay. And so what she did was, y'all, and let me just tell you real quick, because we're trying to keep this real short, but Christina stepped out in faith this summer and she's doing something different with her full-time employment. She is subbing some, but she is not going back to her full-time job that she's been at for over a decade. And so she is paving new paths, okay? And so a lot of that, when we're going into an uncomfortable and an unknown situation, the tendency is to shut down. And instead of shutting down, she feels like it. She's told me, she's told all of us, she feels like it, but she's done it piece by piece, okay? So if I had told her on week 1, Christina, go add a new team member this week, she would have been like, no. But what she did was she started with her list. She went to her bubble sheet. She took her booking, and the person that she booked happened to have her mother-in-law visiting. Is that right, Christina?
It was her mom.
Her mom. Okay.
Mhm.
And so she facialed the original person, but she multiplied and increased her bookings by another 100%. And so with that, then nothing fell in her lap. Do you see what I mean? Like she really did. Now, I know that she loves the Lord a lot. And a lot of times it feels like that he's like, here, I gave you this. Well, he did. But what he did was bless your effort. He didn't throw it in the nest, like Nikki said. So, Christina, tell us real quick. This was a facial, and tell us a little bit about how that conversation kind of organically happened, because I heard you say the 3 feet rule. I'm assuming, was this facial at your house or at theirs? Or
It was at
virtual?
my house.
Okay.
So this was very organic conversation, because let's back up a few months. The woman I facialed, it was my color guard instructor in high school. Her and I have daughters about the same age, and she told me in a private conversation, "Hey, I'm moving back to the Oak Ridge area. I just got divorced, but I would really love to get our girls together." She was asking me, since I'm in education, about some therapies that her daughter needs, and so she didn't know what Tennessee was like because she's moving from the DC area. And so we just had that conversation. Well, I knew that she had just come back, and so, or was coming back when I did this. I didn't know that she was here yet, but I knew it had just happened or was happening, because she told me this summer. So when I did the bubble sheet, I'm like, hey, and so I pitched the facial idea. I said, hey, let's do it at my house, because nobody wants to do anything at their house after they've just moved, right? So I'm like, hey, let's get the girls together. We can let them play upstairs, have a play date, and then we can have a facial. What do you think? And she was really excited about that idea. And that's kind of how it organically happened, because I knew that she wanted to get the girls together. She wanted to have that connection, intimacy, especially moving and after divorce, and just a lot of hard stuff for her. And so we did that, and then we had her mom come, and she was, excited about that. And I'm pretty sure her mom wanted to buy everything that she put on her face. And when I say that, I'm not exaggerating. Like, she was like, okay, well, let's just do the Miracle Set and the CC and what was this powder called? And what kind of brush? Like, literally, she just went through the list. Leslie had shared with me that she'd been a consultant before. And so we kind of talked about what that experience was like a little bit, because I kind of knew that she liked the product. I asked her what she'd tried before, so I could have an idea of where she fell in the evolution of Mary Kay products over the last, because I've been a consultant 12 years. So I've been through a lot of evolution of the product. And so I kind of was just quizzing her just so I could give her the right products, and then of course that when we actually sat down to try those, we got to talking about her experience before, and I got to talking about what my team looks like. And of course we talked about the business opportunity, because of what happened, and my social media blew up. I have a lot of Rodan and Fields Facebook friends, and their pricing structure has completely changed. And that was something that I said, what I love about this company is, and I got to talk about what I love about this company, and that we are still debt free and family owned, and that it is not a multi-level marketing, that I make the same amount of commission on my product as my director does. And I can make a living off of that. That's the important piece, and I said, I get money from, having a team, but that's not where the bulk of my income comes from. And so, and what we stand for, and how we treat people. So it just kind of was a conversation we had about the company and the products and her experience before. And she's like, I didn't think she was going to go into it wanting to try again. Like, that was not my prayer this week. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to go into this week with dollar signs. Honestly, my mission has been, I love the Olympics, and this whole theme has just charged me for whatever reason. And Jessica knows I'm not very extrinsically motivated. So for this to motivate me, it was kind of surprised myself, but I'm like, I got to win my team some points. And so for me, it was, I want to win my team some points, but also I wanted to bless others. I wanted to be a blessing. That was my mission. I didn't want to go into it with dollar signs. I just wanted to be win my team some points and bless others with a facial.
Well, that's awesome. And Christina hit on the 3-point or the 3 feet rule. These people were within 3 feet of her in her home. And so surprise, she shares the product with them because that's what they were coming from, and organically shared what she loved about the business and was available to the opportunity of sharing about her business. Not so. Would you like to hear about Mary Kay? It just organically flowed from the conversation. And now this person, because she multiplied the appointment, now she has her first customer. And so now she has a team member who's going to order any day. She was actually going to order this weekend, and we're working that out. But it's just awesome that she was there for somebody. So then, Nikki, did you want to share the 4-point recruiting plan? Because that's another Mary Kay way.
I will. It's so funny. And I was so proud of my team, because before we went to career conference in Atlanta, I told them, I said, just get ready. You're going to be in a class at career conference, and they're going to say, do you know the 4-point recruiting plan? Most people say no, but you're going to say, oh, yes, I do. We just learned about that. And I taught it before we went to career conference. So same thing at seminar, girls. You're going to have a teacher, and they're going to say, do you know the 4-point recruiting plan? Because this is how Mary Kay built this company. Okay. This is how she planted the seeds. So are you ready? Okay. Point 1. You say, and of course, you know me, I got props. Who, you ask your hostess, who is coming tonight to the party that you think would be good at doing what I do? as you're setting up the mirrors in the trays, that's what you ask her. Who's coming tonight who you think would be good at doing what I do? And she's going to either say who she thinks will be great, or she'll say nobody. But you know what you say, girls? Who makes the best consultants? Hostesses. Well, what about you, Shannon? That was my hostess on Tuesday. What about you, Shannon? Well, Nikki, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. Well, Shannon, just watch me tonight and see if you could learn. Okay, that's point one. Who do you know that's coming tonight that'd be good at what I do? The next one, you are going to give your Cracker Jack story, your Cracker Jack recruiting talk. And you want me to pull that up real quick, Jess? Because this is going to be your homework, one of your assignments to get a point. And we're going to send you this, but here we go. So here's this is what you say at a party or a facial, and you can practice, and you all get to practice in your Voxer group. So you're going to say, the first thing is why you joined Mary Kay, just a couple of bullet points, boom, boom, boom. Whether you love the products, you did it for your skin, you did it for the money, condense it, okay? Why you love what do you love about the company? So you could talk about the freedom, you could talk about moving up, the extra income, whatever. So that's the second thing in your story. The third thing, this is the one I like to say at parties. And this is something Alia suggested, because you're going to have all personality types around a table, and some women really want to be, they like facts. So today's woman, this is true, y'all. They're looking for, this is been researched. Women want freedom to choose a work-life balance, no one telling them what to do or when to do it. And then given these facts gives us credibility. Harvard teaches the marketing plan to its students, the business school does. John Cotter, a professor at Harvard, called Mary Kay an opportunity generating machine. And you don't have to say all these, but pick one or two, y'all. Mary Kay was voted the most influential woman in American history. Oprah was voted second. And you could talk about what Mary Kay does for the environment, or that we're number one, whatever. Just pick two or three. Don't say them all. And then what almost stopped you from joining? For me, it would have been fear of failure, fear of messing up. But what I found is that, hey, I don't need to be afraid. We fell forward. And the more I fall down and get up, the more successful I am. And I'm so excited. I've been selected for a leadership program with Mary Kay, which means I'm a talent scout for the company. And so, if you know anyone that might enjoy freedom, earning potential, prizes, feel free to let me know. I can't promise her a position, but I would love to connect with her. And you could say, Mary Kay says at every party, there's at least one or two people that would be great consultants. And who do y'all think would be good? And they'll say, they'll point her out. She'd be good, or she'd be good. And you say, well, watch me and see if you could learn. That's point two, is your Cracker Jack recruiting talk. Point three, you are going to pick a couple of sparklers, meaning you're going to pick a couple of girls that you really want to ask to hear the facts of Mary Kay. Okay. And I'm thinking of those people in my head. But you know what, y'all? I ask everybody that I like, because sometimes it's not the sparkler. The sparkler is the girl at the party that's enthusiastic. She's having fun. She's bubbly. She's outgoing. But you know what? Sometimes it's that shy girl that doesn't say two words that ends up joining your team. Have you had that happen? Raise your hand. Yep. So don't prejudge. Pick everybody. Pick the sparklers and pick everybody you like. And how does that work? Well, after you meet with people one-on-one, you've closed the sale, you've offered the booking, you are going to offer the gift of Mary Kay. And you're going to say to every person, at every party, I always like to pick a couple people I would most like to share some information about Mary Kay. And you know what? I selected you because this is why I selected you. You were sweet, you were engaging, you were fun. And Mary, it may not be for you, and that's okay. It's probably not. You pull back, you give it, then you pull back. But Mary, is there any reason why we couldn't have you thought about making extra money? Don't ask, have you thought about selling Mary Kay? Nobody's thought about selling Mary Kay. But have you thought about making extra money? Yeah, everybody's thought about making extra money, So Mary, would you be willing to watch a video and we could connect, or maybe if you have time right after the party, we could talk. You just kind of have to play it up in the air. But Jess, how do you offer the gift part at the end?
I think that's something where, like we're going to talk through very quickly in 4 minutes, the
Oh,
the interview guide. And it's something where I would say, I always select a couple of people that I'd love to share a little bit more about the Mary Kay business. Would you be open-minded to getting together either on the phone or in person for coffee so that I can share a little bit about the Mary Kay story and get to know you better? And so, because really it's making it about her, not adding to my team, because we don't have time during the party to get to know her. And so like Nikki said, sometimes the person you think is the sparkler is not the person you want to work with. And you don't know that until after you've sat down. So you're not begging her. And I'm Alia's wording is not the wording that I feel most comfortable with, but what it does do is turn it around. I can't promise a position, but I'd love to get to know you better and, see if Mary Kay might be a good fit for you. And, or if that's another way I've heard it done too. Well, anyway, I'll let you continue, Nikki, because we got to finish the fourth point.
Because, sometimes have you ever had people come up to you that want to sell Mary Kay and you're like, oh my word, this isn't, nope, nope, nope. And that's where I love that verbiage. I can't promise you a position, because guys, you don't have to recruit people. If you don't want them on your team, you don't have to. So don't feel like you have to sign people up. You don't. You get to handpick your team. And we'll probably have to go to part 2 next week. But do you want to just talk about their challenge this week? We're going to create our story. And you want to do the next part, Jess?
Yeah, if you want to pull up the what is your fourth point of the 4-point recruiting plan?
Oh, it's to offer a gift. Like if you refer someone to me that ends up joining my team, I will give you whatever, a free lipstick, a $25 gift card. So that's the thing. If you want to refer someone that you think, I will give you a free gift. If they decide to join my team, you could say become active or Great Start qualified, whatever stipulation you want to put on it. But that's point 4, offering a gift. Okay.
The way Mary Kay Ash said it is, if you refer someone to me who becomes a consultant and goes to work. And so that is the way Mary Kay Ash actually said it. Someone that you refer to me and she becomes a consultant and goes to work, I will give you a gift for referring her to me. So a lot of times, like Nikki said, you give it to her, put it back. Would you be open-minded to getting together either in person or on the phone to talk a little bit more about Mary Kay and so that I can get to know you better. Mary Kay may not be for you at all, and that is totally okay, but I really like you, and I like to work through women that I know and trust, which is why I want to get to know you better, so that if you think of someone who you think would be a great fit for Mary Kay, then you'll know more, you'll know enough to be able to refer her, and then I'll have a gift for you for referring her. So that's kind of how I would offer that at the end. So what we want to do too is Nikki was going to put up something called the interview guide, or as Nikki and I have heard it called the inner view guide, right? Because really the most important part of recruiting, and we'll go into this in more detail next week, is that you want this to be about her. And I heard that in Christina's story, is she wanted it to be about this woman, you know, and what she needed during this season of her life. And what I also heard Christina doing, which I know she has worked on too, because of conversations we've had, is that she came up with some really good questions. And instead of just sharing what she loved about her business, she turned it back to the person she was facialing and asked her questions. Where did you experience the products? How long has it been? You know, getting to know her. And I love that. Nikki, do you have
I'm
that?
trying to find it. I
It's
apologize. I
okay.
forgot.
Well, what we'll do, don't worry about it. What we'll do is we will send it out to you just for time's sake. So one way that you can earn a point this week is to build your I story. Okay. And to build your I story, you can use the little outline that Nikki gave you, or just what would you say in 1 to 2 minutes if somebody said, "Oh, you're a Mary Kay consultant? Tell me about that." Or how did you start Mary Kay, or whatever the thing is. "Oh, Mary Kay," they see it on your shirt. "Oh yeah, I'm a consultant. This is what I did before. This is why I love it. This is what I'm doing next." Right? And so just a really quick story. They call it in the business world your elevator pitch. How long would it take you to ride an elevator with somebody, right? You have to condense it into that much time to be able to share that story. So you're earning a point for building your I story and leaving a box or message for your team in Pink Olympics. Okay. And then the captain is going to reply back to us how many people did that challenge for your points. Okay. Now, the other way you can earn points this week and next is to complete what we're calling an interview guide, and we will send that to you. It is very self-explanatory. So at your appointments this week, you would do the 4-point recruiting plan and offer that to her and say, "I always select a couple of people to share the business with. And this week I've been challenged to earn a prize. If I can share the Mary Kay story," that's how I like to say it, "to share the Mary Kay story with 3 women." Now, Mary Kay may not be for you at all, and that's totally okay. But you may know somebody that Mary Kay would be a good fit for right now because of the economy and inflation and everything. I have a great way that people can earn extra income, and I'm always looking for talented, sweet, professional women to work with. So would you be willing to do that? So for every interview guide that you complete on your own and turn into your director, you will also earn a point. Okay. And this interview guide is very self-explanatory, but what it does is takes the focus away from you and your story and downloading all the facts and all of that. You will tell your story, but the short version. If you have a 30-minute recruiting appointment, sharing appointment, interview time, that appointment should be 5 to 7 minutes of you talking and 20 minutes of her talking. That would be the challenge, okay? Because people feel that they've had a great conversation when they've done the talking. Did you know that? And so when you are asking them more questions about them, you have a better idea as to how Mary Kay would benefit them, and it may be very different from how it benefits you. And that's what we'll go into next week. But we're going to go ahead and give you the interview guide if you want to try to complete that on your own this week to earn some extra points. Okay, I see Nikki said congrats. The secret sister chose Stacy because her makeup is freshly touched up, bright on camera, and her nice top and jewelry. So cute. So congratulations, Stacy. She always does look so sharp. She's just stunning. So, okay, are you clear on your challenge? Because this really is a gift. that you can give away. And this is the best way of honoring our founder, Mary Kay Ash, by passing it on. That's what she asked us to do. Because we can't thank her in person, we can thank her by perpetuating this gift for women, which is not to just enrich our lives, but to enrich women's lives. That is our mission and our purpose.
Exactly. Awesome. Thank you, Jess. That was great. Now, guys, we'll send you the outline of the iStory to put yours together. And I've already posted the interview guide to do those. And of course, don't forget to fill out the accountability sheet with the password by tomorrow. And who are the team captains, Jess, for each team? Do we need to put that? Let's see. So this is, and team captain, you will be trying to communicate with your team and build that. And it might be good to be in a text group because not everybody's checking Voxer. So how about team 3? Let's see, do it based on points. So team 1, it will be Sharon Taylor. She will be team captain this week. Team 2 captain will be Stacy Edgman because she got points in her team last week. And team 3 is Christina Casalanova. You'll be team captain this week. Okay?
So you'll just need to communicate with the team captain, be sure that whether it's Voxer or not, and Voxer is a great tool. So you'll want to message with your iStory that you've pre-recorded, and then you will get this copy of this interview guide. And if you have questions about this interview guide and how to make it work, just reach out to us. We'll cover it in more detail next week, but it's something that is very, the word is confidence. So the interview guide will go over in more detail, but it's really self-explanatory if you walk straight through it. It's meant to be so that Nikki's going to seminar. And I've got a squillion children. So we want to empower you to do your own interviews because you'll be leaders. You need to be able to do your own sharing appointments. We should just be following up with them. Hey, checking in. How did Vicki do sharing? Did you have any more questions that maybe she didn't answer? What did you most love about your time with Vicki? And that would be our follow-up instead of doing the interviews. Do you know what I mean? And that empowers you to be a leader, to be, you'll be leading your own team one day. So you need to be able to do that on your own.
Okay, anybody have any questions? Nope, we're all clear, and we'll put that out there. And thank you, Sharon, for sending this because look at the bottom. Confidence, okay, laziness kills ambition, anger kills wisdom, fear kills dreams, ego kills growth, jealousy kills peace, doubt kills confidence. Now read that right to left. Confidence kills doubt. Peace kills jealousy. Growth kills ego. Dreams kill fear. Wisdom kills anger. Ambition kills laziness. So thank you for sharing that, Sharon. And let's make it a great week. And we'll be posting all the things here in just a few minutes. And congrats to Stacy for our image winner this week. So awesome, ladies. Thank you. Good